I want to start where I left off yesterday, talking about the P in PTA. Actually, it's now the PTSA. They added students to that organization. Thank you for the correction. But we asked that question because we wanted to know what organizations supported this piece of legislation. And the answer that we got was not a list of organizations. In fact, we weren't provided any organizations. What we provided was 800 parents that had signed a petition. Well, then we asked the question, well, how many parents is this going to affect? And we were told potentially 5,000 parents. Well, the discussion moved into that the proponents of the bill wanted to be with the majority of parents. Why won't you let the majority of the parents decide? 50 plus 1, that's what we heard. But the funny thing is, and I don't know if my math is wrong, but you know, if I look at 800 parents only signing the petition out of 5,000, well, that's only 20%. So if I'm going to decide, and I'm going to side with the majority of the parents, then I'm going to vote this bill down because I'm going to vote with the 80% of the parents that didn't sign that petition. But listen, I digress. What's interesting about us asking about organizations on why they support it, because if this was a business bill and the Chamber of Commerce was against it, and AIF was against it, and retail was against it, we wouldn't be hearing it on the floor. But this bill, which doesn't have a parent organization supporting it, we're talking about it today. You know, I want to close with one last thing, and that is this a good policy? Has it been tested? Well, listen, in my research, and please, during debate, correct me if I'm wrong, but in my research, I only have found 2 schools in the whole country that have triggered. 2. So we're going to take something that has happened in 2 schools out of tens upon tens of thousands of schools and bring it to the state and bring it to and make that our policy. Representatives, this is not a good bill, and I conclude with that. Thank you, Madam Speaker. Thank you, Representative.